In the kingdom of Black Shadows, there lived a young man named Kyle. Kyle grew up in a world where sorcerers wielded immense magical powers, while he was the only one in his village without any magical abilities. He came from an ordinary family and lived his life under the shadow of societal neglect, as everyone believed he would never amount to anything in a world dominated by magic. But Kyle refused to accept this notion. He believed that true power lay in willpower and training. Driven by the hope of becoming the strongest magical warrior in the kingdom, despite his lack of magic. One day, while exploring an ancient artifact in an old market, Kyle stumbled upon a strange sword in an abandoned magical shop. The sword was adorned with mysterious magical engravings, and when Kyle grasped it, he felt an eerie aura flowing through his body. At the time, he didn't understand what was happening, but he sensed that this sword was more than just an ordinary weapon. As he delved into the sword's history, he discovered it was called the Hydra's Sword, an ancient weapon dating back to the legendary times of the kingdom. It was said to be a mythical blade capable of absorbing magical energies from its surroundings, storing them within its edges, and unleashing devastating attacks. Kyle realized he could use the sword in unconventional ways, converting his personal energy into magical power through the blade. Although Kyle lacked traditional magical abilities, he began to discover how the sword could absorb magical energies from the environment. The sun, the wind, and even the energy of the earth granted him immense magical power. Over time, however, he learned that the sword was no ordinary weapon. It was tied to ancient forces capable of granting its wielder limitless power if controlled properly. The Hydra's sword had a unique ability to transform any magical energy into destructive force, which could be used against enemies. It could also draw power from darkness, as shadows fueled its strength, making it nearly impossible for any foe to stand against it. But Kyle was unaware that the power of the Hydra's sword would draw the wrath of the Black Shadow, the leader of the Shadow Army, who sought to conquer the kingdom using dark magic. The Black Shadow, an ancient sorcerer, discovered that the Hydra's sword could be the key to unlocking the gates of dark power that threatened the kingdom. He sought to claim the sword to gain invincible strength. At first, Kyle faced small magical creatures sent by the Black Shadow to test him. But as time passed, the Black Shadow began sending his powerful sorcerer soldiers to attack Kyle in an attempt to seize the Hydra's sword. Each time the Black Shadow unleashed dark magical energy, Kyle used the sword to convert that energy into radiant power, successfully overcoming every challenge. The Black Shadow decided to end the conflict and face Kyle himself. He emerged in an open battle, casting deadly shadows capable of absorbing any light or magic from the environment. The Black Shadow believed the Hydra's sword could not withstand dark magic. With each attack, he grew more adept at understanding his sword and discovered new abilities in controlling different energies. He began directing the power of the Hydra's sword toward the Black Shadow, exposing his weaknesses. In the final battle, when the Black Shadow was on the verge of crushing Kyle unlocked the ultimate power of the Hydra's sword, the ability to summon radiant light capable of shattering the dark shadow and purging corruption. With this power, Kyle finally defeated the Black Shadow. After his victory over the Black Shadow, Kyle became the kingdom's hero and the wielder of the Hydra's sword. He became a symbol of courage and resilience in the face of darkness, proving to everyone that true power lies not in magic, but in the will and determination to face challenges. In the end, Kyle took it upon himself to protect the kingdom from any future threats, using the Hydra's sword to restore peace and balance to his land.